Hello and welcome back to Voxterra, fellow Voxterrans. Remember, the purpose of our show, the purpose is to get people focused, their politics, on the long-term survival of the species. So you might have been following in the news some of these accusations coming out against Joe Biden. Now, I'm not happy about this. As you know from watching my other videos, I thought Bernie Sanders was the most appropriate candidate for the times we're in. And I thought Andrew Yang was pretty exciting with some really exciting ideas to also help get us out of this consumeristic, capitalistic trap we're all caught in, which is propped up by the governments and propped up by subsidies. How are we going to get out of this system? I thought they had the best solutions for that. So here we have Joe Biden picked because people felt, especially baby boomers, he was the safer candidate. And now he's getting accused. But it doesn't change the big picture of what we're dealing with. And even though I'm very disappointed by this choice, it doesn't change the reason why I started voting Democrat and left considering myself a Republican many, many years ago. Now, I'm not saying I made the right choice doing that. Maybe I would have had more impact personally all those decades ago had I just stayed considering myself a conservative Republican and tried to create a greener philosophy, a more harmonious, more peaceful philosophy within that party. But I didn't. So here's why I switched, and those reasons remain the same. My big concerns is the long-term survival of our species. To get there, I believe we need to ease away from the rat race. Everybody's too stressed out, too wedded to their jobs, too wedded to their immediate source of income to begin to think long-term. And we need a greener, less toxic economy. These are foundations. You know, better emphasis on the sciences and that type of thing. And then, of course, what's in our heart, what kind of people we are. That's a matter maybe for religion or philosophy. So to that end, I noticed from reading environmental literature, growing up, you know, my mom used to donate to the organizations, and the man she married, in the eyes of the law, he was a union member in the auto workers. So I used to get their literature too. And I began to see that Reagan, from the two of them, Reagan was gutting environmental protections and really harming the organized labor movement. The organized labor movement, that's the working people's bargaining power. That's why we had a middle class. The environmental movement, that's the watchdog on this consumeristic capitalistic system to make sure it's not just dumping its toxic waste everywhere. Neither of those two are perfect, but that's the only thing we've got dealing with this situation. So I've always donated to environmental groups, and I've noticed that just historically, you look on the League of Conservation Voters, the Democrats are more responsive. The example I always to environmental causes, the example I always give is look at Keystone XL pipeline, that giant pipeline. You know, Obama was initially going to support it. Hey, sounds good. The money sounds fun. But then the environmentalists kept protesting. He backed off. Trump gets in there. No way, we're building that pipeline. All right? He's put the environmental groups completely on the defense. So I know that under Biden, my main concern, which is the long-term survival of this species, which I believe requires solid, sound environmental policy and less of a rat race, that those concerns I have, that the Democrats are more responsive on them. And Biden will also be more responsive. That Green New Deal does not die. It's still there, alive and well within the Democratic Party. We just have to support it. So it doesn't change the big picture. I hope this helped. Please let me know your thoughts. If you want to disagree, please keep them mannerly. Please try to find some common ground. That's what I'm all about, common ground. Subscribe, like, click that notification bell, and until next time, peace be with you.